Welcome back to Tierra Querida. As you know, San Francisco is well known for its famous landmarks, but it's also really well known for its food. Today, I will share with you some of my favorite places to visit while visiting San Francisco for a quick foodie weekend trip. A really good option for your morning breakfast will be Board and Drink. It is my absolute favorite since it was close to our hotel, which I will link in the description. I went just about every morning to have a breakfast here because it's so good. Everything's really fresh. I ordered the solo board drink, which is a dine-in only option, and I also ordered a orange juice for my first round there at the board and drink. For the solo board, you'll have your sweet, your protein, your eggs, and your drink, which can be coffee, orange juice, mocktail. Some of these items are upcharges, but I would highly suggest you get the solo board, especially if you are quite hungry. Another option is the locks, which is deconstructed. It's an open face locks, and it's so good. I forgot to ask if it was wild caught, but because I normally get sick if it's not wild caught salmon, so I don't know if it is or if it's not. But either way, I didn't get sick, so I think that's a good sign, especially if you're on the West Coast. Like a lot of the seafood items tend to be wild caught or at least a lot fresher than I don't know the Midwest. Another great option is the shashuska, which is eggs and it comes with some toast. I would suggest the sourdough. I think it pairs well for this dish, and it does have cayenne. I was told it would be spicy, but I personally didn't find it spicy whatsoever. But I do think that maybe some people might find it spicy. Because it is very well saturated with that cayenne. For this, I would suggest another iced coffee, like a mocha, or you can also try out their strawberry matcha or just a regular matcha lattes. Everything is really fresh here, so I do think that you'll enjoy it, and everything is just super delicious, and the staff here is really friendly. So I would suggest that you take care of them, give them a good tip, show them your appreciation for their kindness and just their welcoming vibe that they have going there. Of course, board and drink can be perfect for any day, but I think if you're going to land on a Saturday, you head over to the Ferry Building because they have a very large market with fresh produce. There's a spot for chilaquiles if you want some chilaquiles and coffee, or you can head into the inside of the Ferry Building and eat there. For coffee, I would suggest you try a Blue Bottle. It's really good. They also sell bags you can take home with you. Or you can also get some empanadas from El Porteño Empanadas. They're a good size and they're quite fulfilling, but you definitely do need a drink. So either get something from there or get coffee or another drink from somewhere else. Now, while you are there at the Fair Building, you want to make sure you check out Stonehouse California Oil. They have some amazing oils and they have little sampler packs that you can get, or you can get, the regular size bottle. But because I was only traveling with the carry-on luggage, I just opted in for the small bottles. And they're so good, perfect for salad dressings or just as a dipping oil for your bread. After you're done with your breakfast or lunch, depending on the time of day, I would suggest you head over to the Golden Gate and either take a bike to ride across the bridge, go for a long walk, or you can run if you're up to it. I think driving through it is really cool, but it does not compare to walking or running or riding a bike through there. It feels so big. I mean, you already know that it's a big bridge, but you just feel really small and you can watch people surf. I like watching people surf. I personally don't surf, so it's entertaining to watch other people surf, hit the waves and whatnot. Or you can just sit there and watch the sea life and just enjoy a nice relaxing walk. Another great option for a afternoon stroll would be the Palace of Fine Arts. It's such a beautiful area, and you can see all these beautiful homes and just sit there. They have some benches so you can sit there and enjoy the water fountain and just people watch. It's a really good option to wind down and kind of just stretch your body, be active for the day. If you're not interested in either of those two things or you want to hit one of the other popular spots, that would be the Fisherman's Wharf. And there's a lot to do there. You can hit some shopping, you can eat while you're there, people watch. It's really up to you. There's so much to do. I know a lot of people like to eat the fresh seafood that they have to offer, so take advantage while you are there. Cafe de Casa seems to be a quite popular spot to go and grab a cup of coffee, especially on the weekends. Now, Just so you know, in case you're wanting to stay there for a hot minute, they do have a screen free policy on the weekends. So you, if you're like remotely working or you want to be there for a while, you probably can't do that there on the weekend, but during the week it should be fine because it does get quite packed. I ordered a cappuccino that had Nutella. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm just going to leave it up here or down here for you guys to check out. I am not like super big on Nutella, but I wanted to try something a little bit different that day. The coffee was good, the atmosphere was good, but the staff at the cashier wasn't the friendliest. So I'm not sure I'll be coming back. But again, it's a cute spot, unique. So if you're interested in trying something a little bit different, then check them out. They're really close to the cable car, so I just grabbed a cup of coffee to warm up while I waited in line and took the cable car after that. The cable car runs from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and it is about $8 per person. I will leave in the description the link to the website for the cable car so you have more information on the routes it takes, the schedule, and all that good stuff. One of the stops you can do is the Gardelli Chocolate Factory. I didn't make my way there because I wanted to head to Chinatown for a couple spots, but you can always hop back onto the trolley and stop at Chinatown. One of the spots you have to visit while in Chinatown is the iconic Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Factory, and it's a really small spot, so you will literally go in and then pay and then turn right back around unless you want to make your own fortune cookies, which is $25 per person for 3 minutes. I didn't think it was going to be worth it for me, so I just decided to buy my cookies and head to a tea shop afterwards. One of the really neat things about this fortune factory or fortune cookie factory is the fact that they have been open for 62 years. And as you know, San Francisco is very expensive and it's gotten expensive over time. So the fact that they have been at this spot for 62 years is amazing. And I just want to give them a quick shout out for succeeding in this crazy market. The next spot you have to check out while in Chinatown is Ten Ren's Tea Shop. They have a wide variety of different teas from loose leaf to the disc, which if you don't know, and I didn't know, but now I do know, so I want to share that they are these round discs of just loose leaf that have been compressed and fermented over time, and they can range for, from a couple $100s to like $10,000. So this is some serious business. I imagine it's equivalent to like the coffee world where there's different levels to the coffee beans and the different rows and different notes and all kinds of stuff. I like tea, but this side of the tea world is something I did not know, and I genuinely didn't know how expensive tea can get. I would suggest that you do get the jasmine pearl tea and also the needle tea, which are in these like golden bags, and they're really good. If you're lucky, you'll get a tea sampling, but of course, you have to buy some tea. You can't just get the sampling of the teas and then walk out with nothing in your hands because they do take their time to explain the different teas and give you some background of the tea history and all that good stuff. So make sure you do buy some teas from them. For dinner, I would suggest you get some ramen because you are in Frisco and they have some of the best ramen. Now, I have two suggestions, one in the financial district and one in the Japan Town Center. First one is Hindoneya, I believe is how it's pronounced. Really good ramen. I would suggest you get their spicier ramen, or you can go over to Marufuku Ramen, which is also really good. And the great thing about both of these is that you can get a pre or post dinner matcha soft serve at Premium Matcha Cafe Maiko, I believe is how it's pronounced. And they're both within walking distance, so you can burn it off before or after you have dinner. Now, I would say that getting it on a fresh waffle cone is the absolute best to have any kind of ice cream. And it goes really well with the matcha soft serve, or you can get the vanilla matcha soft serve mix, and it's also really good. To end your foodie San Francisco trip, I want you to head over to Lily Koi to get yourself some mochi donuts and some bubba, and then go over to Point Bonita Lighthouse, which is an amazing trail lighthouse that you can go and also watch some sea life here, enjoy the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks and the cliffs, and it's just a beautiful spot to hang out at. It does get chilly there, so make sure you do bring a light jacket with you. I hope that you found some of these spots helpful, when making your itinerary for San Francisco. I hope to see you on next week's video. Bye.